Okay, chat, before we get into the main topic of today's stream that I want to take a look at, I wanted to take a quick look at this Rolling Stones article that came out earlier this week. I just haven't gotten a chance to look at it until now. But it's about Mike Johnson. As you can see in the headline here, Mike Johnson admits he and his son monitor each other's porn intake in resurfaced video. I'm proud to tell you my son has a clean slate, Speaker of the House says of his accountability partner. Oh shit! Oh shit! What? Like, okay, I understand like parents using like services or built-in tools on electronic devices to prevent their kids from like basically watching porn or accessing inappropriate content and things of that nature. But going as far as to monitor the type of content that your kid is consuming to this degree, this just seems like a bit of a self-report in some ways. But anyway, let's dive into the article, and I'll just kind of give my thoughts as we go along. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson admitted that he and his son monitored each other's porn intake in a resurfaced clip from 2022. So it really wasn't that long ago. It was last year. During a conversation on the war on technology at Benton, Louisiana Cypress Baptist Church, an unearthed ex-user, Receipt Haven, or Maven rather, not Haven, last week, the Louisiana representative talked about how he installed accountability software called Covenant Eyes on his devices in order to abstain from internet porn and other unsavory websites. Okay. Imagine having so little self-control that you have to put software on your own devices to deter you from accessing internet porn. Now, you guys know me, chat. You guys know me, okay? I'm a self-admitted coomer. I partake in the adult entertainment from time to time, and I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks about it. I have no problem with adult entertainment whatsoever. But if you're the type of person that for whatever reason, you're not an enjoyer of the adult entertainment, or you're a closeted enjoyer and don't want to admit it, which I suspect is the case here. If you are someone who's trying to avoid that kind of content, like, how bad is it that you have no self-control, that you have to install monitoring software on your devices to deter you from, doing it's kind of like people who have like a nail biting problem, which this is probably the worst example for me because admittedly I do have a bit of a nail biting problem. Anxiety's a bitch. Okay. All right, that's all I'm going to say. But, in any case, this is kind of like those people who have like nail biting problems and their solution to the problem, instead of like just not biting your fucking nails, they get that nail polish that tastes like horrible as a deterrent from biting the nails. You know what I mean? Like, what's to stop you from just not putting the nail polish on anymore? I don't know if you've heard of this. This is like a thing. It's nail polish that tastes like really fucking horrible, and it's supposed to be a deterrent for nail biters. Yeah, it's a real thing. But it kind of reminds me of that. Like, you have no self-control, so you have to install monitoring software on your devices so you won't look at spicy content. It scans all the activity on your phone or your devices, your laptop, what have you. We do all of it, Johnson told the panel about the app. It sends a report to your accountability partner. Okay, so you assign someone as your accountability partner to monitor the content you're looking at on your devices and keep you in check. Let me remind you, chat, this is a grown-ass man who can't help himself from cooming so much that he has to assign another person. First of all, install apps on his phone, right, to monitor this shit and send reports to another person to keep him accountable for his porn addiction. What the fuck? Anyway. It sends a report to your accountability partner. My accountability partner right now is Jack, my son. He's 17. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Why are you having your 17-year-old son monitor your potential pornographic content consumption? That doesn't sound right. What the fuck? So he and I get a report about all the things that are on our phones, all our devices once a week. If anything objectionable comes up, your accountability partner gets an immediate notice. I'm proud to tell you, my son has a clean slate. Chat. Okay, he mentioned that his son has it. So he's monitoring his son's device usage. He's his son's accountability partner, okay? Which again, I understand, like a parent, you know, enabling parental controls on their kids' devices to keep track of, or to make sure that, you know, their kids aren't accessing inappropriate material on the internet, or, you know, they're monitoring their attempts to access this type of material. I can understand that sort of thing, right? That makes sense to me. But this whole, like, you know, my son's keeping tabs on my internet usage and I'm keeping tabs on his, and it's specifically focused on adult entertainment consumption. This is really fucking weird. But I'm wondering, chat, was this statement here, I'm proud to tell you my son has a clean slate, was this like a bit of a Freudian slip self-report? Why do I say that, chat? Why do I say that this sounds a little bit sus in my opinion? Because he reports that his son had a clean slate, meaning his son, according to him, hasn't accessed any objectionable material, right? But he didn't say he had a clean slate of health. So, my dude, by any chance, did your kid catch you looking at spicy content? It's worth asking. It's worth asking for sure. Compromise alert. Speaker Mike Johnson uses software Covenant Eyes learned about at a Promise Keepers retreat. Yo, Promise Keepers is still a thing? So a lot of you guys know I used to be a Christian. I used to be a Christian. And I've talked about, you know, my religion in the past and stuff like that. I don't really align myself with the religion all that much anymore. But when I was, I want to say when I was a preteen, my dad and I used to attend a weekly sort of church gathering called Promise Keepers. And we also, like, one year went to this Promise Keepers retreat. It was at like the, what is it? The LA Auditorium or whatever the fuck that, stadium's called. I didn't know this was still a thing. Holy shit. This still exists. I actually, as a kid, attended one of these conferences. So oh yeah, there it is. Covenant Eyes. He learned about Covenant Eyes at this convention. Oh, I can't even look at the app website without signing up. Do I have to sign up for an account before I can even... Okay, here we go. Struggling to quit. Oh my God. So yeah, this app is literally specifically for monitoring porn consumption. Struggling to quit watching porn? You're not alone. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh my God. I am not struggling, chat. Just to be clear with you, I am not struggling with my porn consumption. I very much love my porn consumption. Struggling to quit watching porn? You're not alone. Join over 1.5 million people who've used Covenant Eyes to experience victory over porn. Oh, they have a promotional video? Chat. One in the chat if we should check out the promotional video. I'm kind of... You know what? Fuck it. We're just going to check it out. Let's check out this promotional video.
Every superhero...
What is this? Is it not going to play? Play!
Has strengths and weaknesses.
Scorch Man.
Strength, fire. Weakness, fire extinguishers.
Catman.
Strength always lands on...
What the fuck are we looking at? What is this?
Weakness, laser pointers.
Hamster Man.
Strength, he's in a giant hamster ball. Weakness, he's in a giant hamster ball. And there's me.
Colossal Man.
My superpower, strength. My weakness, porn.
How did I know, chat? The weakness was gonna be porn. He loves the porn content.
Bet you didn't see that one coming.
No one ever does.
This is my buddy Jeff.
Yeah, but you can call me Wingman. I mean, I can't fly. I'm just super supportive. So just call me Jeff.
Just Jeff.
Look, some people feel like porn doesn't negatively affect them, but if you're like me and you've struggled to get away from it, here's how I did it. All right, so my story, I was 12 years old the first time I saw porn. Pornonite.
What?
Is he gone? Yeah, think of pornonite like
What the fuck? What is this? This is so bizarre. Hey, Heavy Gretel, how you doing? What the fuck is this?
alluring purple rock. Why, this stuff was so intoxicating. I found myself looking at it more and more. I hated the way it made me feel. I felt hopeless. For years, no matter what I did, couldn't get away from it. Finally, I realized.
That whole, I hated the way it made me feel. That's what we call post-nut clarity, chat.
Even though I'm the strongest man in the world, I wasn't strong enough to quit porn alone. I needed someone to help me. I needed an ally. And that's when I found Covenant Eyes. Covenant Eyes is software for all your devices that actually helps you quit porn. The difference is having an ally to help you in the fight. Why is porn so difficult?
How hard is it to just not watch porn? I mean, to be clear, I do understand that porn addiction is a thing. Okay, I'm gonna be honest there. I do understand that porn addiction is a thing for some people. Some people just get hyper obsessed with that shit and they just can't go through their day without fucking watching it. But like, unless you're like struggling with a porn addiction, how hard is it to just like not watch porn? Like, is it really that difficult to just not watch? I don't know.
Difficult to fight alone. The shame cycle. When we look at porn, we feel shame, which leads to isolation. Then when something triggers us, we go back to the porn and it all starts over again. The best way to break this cycle is to remove the shame and isolation by opening up to a friend, which is exactly what Covenant Eyes helps us do. Here's how it works. Covenant Eyes can detect when porn is viewed. After you've struggled, Covenant Eyes creates a report of your activity. Then it sends that report to an ally of your choosing. Someone who supports you, but not porn, like a good friend or a sibling.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? Okay. Can you imagine going to a friend of yours and telling your friend, hey, buddy, Dave, let's just say the buddy's name is Dave. Hey, Dave, I have a big favor to ask you. I'm kind of addicted to porn. Can you do me a favor and can you keep tabs on my porn consumption as a way to try and stop me from watching porn? Can you imagine how awkward that fucking conversation would be? Even more so if your friend agrees to do this. If your friend agrees to do this, can you imagine how awkward it would be when like you get that report from your friend who asked you to monitor their porn consumption? Can you imagine getting that report and being like, well, now I know my homeboy jacked off that day.
I'm gonna come.
Oh my God, this is so weird.
For me, it was Jeff. This Covenant Eyes report lets your ally know that you need their help. And this connection to a friend takes you out of isolation and gives you the hope and encouragement you need to...
The conversation they're having right now. Hey, buddy, I know that you can't stay off the hub and keep your hands off of your dick, but listen here. You need to learn to like not touch your dick, all right? And watch adult entertainment. You just stop, my guy. That's so fucking funny. All right, I've seen enough. Holy shit, it's a real fucking thing. So, where were we at? Accountability partner scans devices. Weekly report to accountability partner. His 17-year-old son. So basically, don't watch porn or your son or dad will know. Yeah, that is pretty sus. Jesus. Outside of the creepy big brotherness of it all, Receipt Maven also aired concerns about whether Covenant Eyes, which is still a working subscription-based service, might compromise Johnson's devices if he's still actively seeking accountability. That's a good question, okay? If you're somebody who's working in government, you do have to be very mindful of what kind of, software you put on your devices, because it could potentially open up like back doors and stuff for you to potentially be hacked and shit like that. So that's actually not a bad point. A U.S. congressman is allowing a third-party tech company to scan all of his electronic devices daily and then uploading reports to his son about what he watches or not watching. Okay, what he's watching or not watching. Receipt Maven wrote, I mean, who else is accessing that data? Very true. That's a good point. Since he was elected Speaker of the House in October, Johnson's history as a faith-obsessed, election-denying, far-right Christian nationalist has come under the microscope from his time with the anti-LGBTQ organization Alliance Defending Freedom to his claim that school shootings could be blamed on abortion and teaching evolution. Oh, God, we have a real piece of work on our hands right now, don't we, chat? In an interview Sunday morning on Fox News, Johnson was asked about his history on abortion, including claims that he was opposed to contraception and IVF treatment. I'm pro-life. I've said very clearly I'm a Bible-believing Christian. I believe in the sanctity of every single human life, Johnson said, but added, I've not brought forward any measure to address any of those issues. However, he didn't deny whether he would vote against contraception when the time comes. Interesting. So I want to take a look at this video that surfaced. This is the video in question. So let's go ahead and bring up the tweet and let's actually take a look at this video here. Here we go.
With covenant eyes within your home. And so why is that such an effective tool? Why do parents need to put this into their home?
Yeah, that's great question. We probably could have called this more appropriately a war on the darkness of technology, because there are some good things with technology, of course. I mean, you know, the Bible apps we all love.
Damn, this is an unlisted video. I don't know if you noticed that in the corner. Somebody really dug deep to seek this out. Holy shit.
We broadcast our services, you know, on our social media, and there's some very positive things, but there's also, as Clint's pointed out aptly, some really dark things. So Covenant Eyes is the software that we've been using a long time in our household. I first learned about it at, I think, a Promise Keepers event in the early 2000s. I think it was developed.
It's crazy. Like, Promise Keepers is literally something that I completely ejected from my memory. As somebody who, like I said, I'm pretty sure I was like a preteen at the time. As somebody who attended Promise Keepers with my dad when I was very, very young, I completely forgot that existed. So hearing the mention of Promise Keepers, it just, oh boy, that takes me back.
Developed in about the year 2000. But it's the largest accountability software that there is, and there's some paperwork out there on the table that I think everybody may have picked up on the way in. If not, go get it. It's a subscription-based. I mean, we don't make any money on this. I'm telling you, we use it. Okay, I'm endorsing it because I'm a user. It's about $15 a month, $16 a month, something like that. And you get up to 10 devices. And what it is, it's accountability software. So men in a church, you know, men's Bible study groups will do it. That's how it's presented at Promise Keepers. But they also mention, hey, when your kids become teenagers.
That makes it even more awkward. People at church are using this app together. So you're literally asking other men at your church to monitor your pornographic intake. And I'm wondering, like, do these reports, do they tell you, like, specifically, like, what kind of porn you're looking at? Or is it just a generic, hey, they looked at porn today? Because if you're looking at, like, some really, like, sussy stuff, and then suddenly, like, your accountability partner is being notified that you're into some really over-the-top, like, kinky shit, oh my God. Does it generate? Oh my God, Heavy Gretel in the chat says, does it generate a boner spreadsheet? I don't know, but like, I have so many questions. I'm kind of tempted to sign up for this software just to see what the reports look like, or at least do some research into it to see what the reports look like, because I'm intrigued to an insane degree.
Teenagers, especially if you have boys, dads, they're talking to the guys at this event, you might want to think about doing this with your sons. And so we've been doing that. And so what it does...
Imagine trying to explain to one of the guys at church, like if you present as like a, you know, cis straight male at church, imagine trying to explain to them that you're like into like big cock femboys or some shit like that.
Real simply is it has an algorithm and software. It's way above my head how it works, but it scans, you obviously opt into it, but it scans all the activity on your phone or your devices, your laptop, tablet, what have you. We do all of it. And then it sends a report to your accountability partner. So my accountability partner right now is Jack, my son, right? And so he's 17. So he and I get a report of...
Oh my God, that's so weird. That is so weird. I mean, it's weird enough to ask a fellow adult to monitor your pornography intake. That's weird enough in itself, okay? But to ask your 17-year-old son to monitor your pornography use. Oh, that's not normal.
All the things that are on our phones or all of our devices once a week, if anything objectionable comes up.
And he said that with his whole chest, chat. He said that with his whole chest, no shame whatsoever in saying that. That's fucking weird.
Your accountability partner gets an immediate notice. I'm proud to tell you my son he's got a clean slate, all right?
Yeah.
But we get a report and it says, hey, no activity of concern, and it's really sensitive. It'll pick up almost anything. It looks for keywords, search terms, and also images, and it will send your accountability partner a blurred picture of the image. And so on occasion I get one.
Oh my God. So they are getting, it's blurred, but they are getting like a report that shows the specifics of, oh my God. So if you're into some really kinky shit, your accountability partner learns exactly what you're into, chat.
Oh shit!
Oh, wow.
Just looking at the one from this week I got on Jack, and it said, This is the only one that may be questionable, and it's this blurred image of two women talking in a live screen thing, and I zoom in and I have to unblur it, and it's two middle-aged teachers.
So it gives you the option to unblur it too? What the fuck? Oh my God, this is... everything about this is so bizarre, chat. I can't even explain how bizarre this is.
This is so bizarre.
Yeah, this is, why would anybody think that this is a good idea? Why would anybody look at this and be like, yeah, absolutely. This is totally normal to ask someone who's a friend of mine or something to monitor my pornography intake to help me combat my porn addiction. But not only that, for this guy, Mike Johnson, to ask his own son, who is a minor, to monitor his pornography intake. I'm not gonna lie, chat. That's pretty fucking sus.